You are welcome back from that break, and we have been joined in the studio by a singer, a worshiper, a servant of God, and an ambassador of the heavens, EFE Grace. She has joined us this afternoon on Entertainment Review. You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's good to have you here. And you know, one of the things I've been worrying about just before we even started this show this afternoon, I was thinking, you are doing gospel. Is it because your dad did gospel, or if you had your way, you could have done something else?
No. I'm doing gospel because, when I was a child, I've had so much passion for music, for gospel music. And so, not because of my dad, but I believe this is what God has called me to do, to bless the world with what He has deposited in me.
And how has the journey been so far?
It hasn't been easy, but God has been good through it all. I mean, He has been amazing to me.
Yeah. Okay. But I want to know what happens in the gospel industry in regards to ladies. Because you see, in the secular industry, we've had a lot of females who have come out to tell us that it's not easy. You have to work as double as a man. Like they are being treated from managers to labels, different stories all the time. How is it in the gospel industry in regards to females? And how are you treated?
Honestly, for me, when I started full-time ministry, I don't think I've gone through that. I don't think so. I don't think so.
You have not gone through anything?
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow, that's very interesting to know.
No, but I think that interesting in the gospel space, I may be wrong, but there are more women than the men. Or
Yeah.
it's like there are more women in the space than the men. And I'm sad.
Seems it's almost hearing, but in the secular we have a lot of men.
Yeah, the men,
male dominated.
Yeah, male dominated. Rather, I think that's what I think.
But so far, have you had support from even your senior colleagues, your colleagues? How is the relationship like in there?
I've had so much support since 2018. That was when I started, and I've had so much support from Joe Metal, Mommy Dinah Hamilton, MOG. Mommy Celestine, almost all of them, they have all given me shared their platforms, their stages with me. And I think it's all part of where I am right now. And I'm grateful to them all. They have really, really supported me. Yeah.
But I also like to know what your gospel music is centered on. We have some these days that are centered on inspirational music, motivational, some centered on Christ. What is yours like?
It's centered on Christ. I think mine is more of worship. Worship.
Okay.
And do you have a revelation when it comes to you writing a song, or it just comes to you? How do you come by your music?
Mostly, this is how I get my songs. After praying, it comes.
Okay.
It just drops. That's me.
And you download?
I download.
So it drops in your spirit or through a dream, or how does it drop?
No, it just drops.
Oh.
Yeah.
It just comes.
It
So you just have to pin it down.
And I write it, yeah.
Wow.
The melody, the lyrics, yeah.
Ever since, even before prayers, generally, how does your faith influence your music and your creating process, irrespective of the fact that it just dropped? How does your faith influence your music and your creating process?
Okay, so honestly, God has been my all. Way back in 2017, and I had gone through so much in life. And in 2017, one day I was just in my room praying, crying. There was so many things happening around me, my family, my relationship, everything wasn't going on well. So one day,
Your personal relationship or relationship with God?
My relationship with God.
Okay.
Yeah. So one day I was just crying, praying, asking God why, I had to go through all of that. And I just heard in my voice, in my ears, if I would leave everything behind and let Him take charge, I would see what He would do with me.
Okay.
That was the voice I heard. And right after, I felt this inner peace, and I decided to listen to that voice that I heard. So at that time, I was doing jazz. I was a jazz musician. So I stopped doing the jazz and everything, and I went into full-time ministry. So I think that God, it's God for me. It's the faith in God is what has, it has been with me. I've walked with God. I have so much faith in God, and I think it's part of the reason why I'm who I am today. Yeah.
You're a full-time gospel singer?
Yeah, full-time.
You don't work?
I don't work. I don't do anything. It's just music, ministry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you then finance your music? Do you have a label who is supporting you?
No,
Do you have any?
I'm on my own.
So how do you support it? Because you are not working.
I know, but God has a way of providing. So
Wow.
I believe when He calls, He makes provision. So,
Interesting. For a lot of, I was going to say jazzy grace, but for a lot of young musicians like yourself, right, who have been under the tutelage of the likes of Joe Metal, Emma Mercy calls you her daughter, what is the learning process for you from all of those established artists already, as you're the BVs and all of those things? How has it impacted your own ministry, and what were some of the things that you learned from them, added to yours, to make sure that your ministry, your music becomes, even better than theirs?
Yeah. So the Bible makes us understand that Jesus came not to be served, but to serve. And so I believe service is part of the ministry. Ohima Mercy has been a blessing to me ever since. I came into contact with her. I've learned a lot from her as well. She's a very prayerful woman. I think that is one thing that has really, really helped me in my ministry. She's a very, very caring, very loving. She's always there to give support. Yeah, and I think that she has been a blessing.
She has been a blessing. What about the music-wise? As you serve as backing vocalist for these artists, you'd see how they take their work serious, and even how they want you to sing it this way. Don't sing it this way. I don't like it this way. How does it impact you? So you learn all the musical knowledge and all of those things from them.
Yeah, I have learned. I've learned. It's service for me. Service, I believe, I was doing BVs before I came into full-time ministry. And service for me is part of where I am right now.
Okay.
Because it has given me so much opportunity, so many opportunities. And yeah.
That's great.
That's great. Well, you see, we also have these days, we have record labels in the church, which is a good initiative we are all excited about. Don't you think you can also equally take advantage of that? Or is it that for now you wouldn't want to be a part of the label? Because I know they are open to everybody.
When the time comes, I believe.
So is that more or less like a direction, or I don't understand when you said
definitely, I think, let me just say that when the time comes.
When the time comes.
When the time comes, So for now.
Very interesting. But what's the way forward for you with your musical career? How are you hoping to take it? You were one time nominee for Artist of the Year for the VGM Gospel Music. What are you looking forward to? Do you hope to win it sometime? Probably Artist of the Year.
Yeah, I'm hoping and praying that time comes.
And are you working towards it? Because there are a lot of things they look out for.
That's not really the goal, but I mean, if it comes, why not?
Yeah.
But that's not the goal. Actually,
So what's the goal?
The goal is to preach the gospel of Christ through the songs God gives me. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you have EFE Grace concert coming up shortly.
Please.
Tell us about it. How did this start? What are we to look out for this concert?
So the Grace Effect, I think it started way back in 2019. And I've been praying about it. I've been working towards it. And finally, the time is here. So it's happening on the 20th of May at the Makers House Chapel, Destiny Arena. And the time is for this very Saturday. Yeah, and we have great men and women on board coming to minister, to be a blessing to us. We have Mercy Chingo from Nigeria. Sumi Sola from Nigeria.
Wow.
My own mom, Ohima Mercy, MOG.
Yeah. Like she said, heaven is ready.
Yes.
Right.
And Kofi Pepra. Yes.
Hey.
Wait.
Powerful.
Hey, like
You have all of these people
Yeah,
coming.
there's a live recording.
And it's free.
It's free.
And I'm wondering, why is it free?
It's free.
and also it's
Following
actually
the steps of my mother.
a live
Ohima.
recording concert.
Yeah, a live recording.
And it seems these days we have a lot of the gospel artists doing live recording.
Yeah.
What is it about? What's happening?
But you finish answering.
Right.
I have a question.
It's like a new move,
Is
right?
it like
really.
I mean, I've heard people say it's the experience where,
experience, yeah.
the atmosphere with the people who come in and the live, it makes it more nice. But the live becomes more expensive also.
Right. And it's free as well.
Hey,
It's free.
EFE Grace, she gets some money for someone. She doesn't
Yeah, because no, but personally, like, how do you get this whole lineup without being on a record? I know you say it's by the grace of God and everything, but this is huge.
I know.
These names are big
Yeah.
names in the gospel space.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow. How?
Like how?
How?
It's a grace effect.
The grace effect, and also Nana, the Maker's House. I
Oh,
think
you are from the Maker's House.
I think the new auditorium is at the Atomic.
Yeah.
That place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it is huge. It was recently opened, right? And I think about it that we've been talking about venues always.
Yeah.
Now we've done churches to churches to
True.
churches, and my fear, and when it comes to we are doing it here, we'll move on to these places. Very soon it'll become like a place that now everybody will keep going. Then it becomes, oh, you're used to them. Like, that's what I'm thinking. But also, I know that the pastor is someone who wants to really help,
Yeah,
musicians. And I understand there's even like a record label
Yeah.
in the church.
No.
Yeah.
So they have to send you, a chamber sound to that label.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something that will be coming up. We probably don't know. Maybe a surprise.
True, it
Right.
will happen.
Yeah.
But all these people that are lined up, do you have records with them at the moment?
Not yet.
Don't have. So what are the plans, the strategies? Because you can't have them on your show and
know.
then they just leave like
That's
that.
why you have to come on Saturday.
To see
come
what
and
will
witness
happen.
for yourself.
So there's a magic.
Or something's going to happen with Jay.
Yes.
You can give us a little tip what we are to expect.
Something will happen.
Oh, but if we don't know how we're going to
She
come.
said
Just come.
heaven is ready. The
yeah.
heavens is ready.
The heavens-
So come what
Yeah.
20th
Right.
of May, right?
Yeah,
That's
this
Saturday.
Saturday.
Wow.
So you are not going to give you ways in
No,
at all.
no.
They should just
She
come.
wants you to come and experience.
Come and experience that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But you know what? You have carved a niche for yourself in the past few years that you have been around. That when we mention the likes of your mothers, as you say, and we talk about, your name definitely comes up. How are you making sure that the name stays up? Of course, it's gospel music. God will help us. God will give us the grace to stay.
Yes.
But also, in our own way, we have a duty to make sure that our work speaks for itself and keeps us floating on top. How do you plan to do that? To make sure that, in 5 years, we still hear of EFE Grace. It wouldn't be, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm working hard.
Okay.
I'm working hard to make sure that in the next 5 years, I would be a global icon for Christ.
Hey,
That's the goal.
Okay.
That's the dream.
global icon.
Not only in Ghana, but everywhere in the world.
But how was it like growing up? Growing up in a space where your father had a popular song.
Yeah,
I mean,
you and Mama
Kofi also
Kesi.
provides now a friend of the
Right,
show.
yeah.
So we know at every concert, they are up to the Papa Nyom.
Yeah.
And his father is there with him. And I'll kind of feel that growing up, that was there. Was it same with you? Were you always with your dad, listening to his song,
Yeah, it was. So, when Daddy realized that I had a strong passion for music, he started to give me the necessary training and support. So, anytime he had ministrations, he would take me along as a backing vocalist. And so that's where
backing for your
it
father.
started. Yes. Yeah.
For those who don't know, what's the song again? Sing the song.
Yehowa ne mabankese. Yehowa ne mabankese. That's my first single. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even you said I'm very man.
Yeah. So for someone that was always with the dad going for concerts, when did you divest to jazz?
How? Right. No, it's the when and how.
I don't even know how it happened.
It happened.
It was after school, after uni.
Yeah.
Yes, that was.
But just to,
But jazz is not really bad like that.
right.
yes, that's cool.
Jazz, when you just said jazz, I just heard saxophone in my head.
Yes.
That's what just came to mind.
Yeah.
But that's beautiful. That's beautiful. If you wish you the very best,
Yeah.
wish you the very best, Pa. And
So Saturday, yeah, it's a free
Saturday,
show, right?
yeah.
So everybody should come and
Saturday,
experience
4
it.
p.m.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Are we starting 4 on the dot?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, 4.
Hey, that's me.
If they come on time,
Yeah.
we'll start.
Okay, so they should come on time and
Yeah,
we'll
they should
definitely
come on
close
time. We'll start at 4.
time. Okay.
I have a packed weekend coming up. Because for the auditorium,
Yeah.
I want to be there. And of course, I want to be in the auditorium.
It's not happening at the main auditorium, but the celebration center.
There's
Yeah.
there's a celebration center.
Yes, it's two.
So wait, so the venue is
Destiny Arena.
It's still the same place, but
Okay.
there are two different
Celebration
auditoriums.
center.
location
Hacho.
Hacho
Hacho
Road.
Road,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Okay,
Like
after
Atomic
the
Top.
atomic,
Yeah.
before the TFC.
The university,
or
whatever. Yeah,
so-
that place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I didn't tell and it's Madina and
Yeah,
Varane,
so
Legon,
close,
like everybody.
Everybody come,
Yeah.
come,
Right.
come and support it.
It's free.
It's free.
So I mean,
Yeah.
you have
Gospel.
to
And there's a
come and experience
surprise.
God. Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks like there's lots of surprises
Yeah.
there. She's holding on to. So you have to go.
This
and
I think I
see
have
for
an
yourself,
idea of what
right?
the surprise will be, but then I
Okay.
want people to be surprised when they come. Yeah.
But if it's just before you go any collaboration, you should be looking out for, or you are keeping that as well.
Very soon. Come on Saturday.
Okay,
It's a
Saturday.
surprise.
Okay, if any final words before you leave us this
I want to tell everyone watching me that please don't miss out on the 20th of May, because you're going to have a great time in God's presence. The Bible makes us understand that where 2 or 3 are gathered, He is present. So please come and experience Jesus. Don't miss out. See you on the 20th. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you very
The
much.
grace
Efe.
effects.
Yeah,
Grace
for
effects.
passing by. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think that's been a beautiful Tuesday. I love the
Yeah.
conversations. So Saturday, Grace Effect.
Yeah.
When we are done, you could stay around. You could stay around, and Sunday you go to Ashoman Estate.
Yeah.
Yes, and go for the Next Generation concert by Fifi Fosen. Yeah. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, Efe Grace, for
Thank
coming.
you
Wish you the
so
very
much.
best.
Thank you.
Saturday. We will talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off air. So that's it. Any birthdays today? Have any birthdays today?
No birthdays. No birthdays. Then I can wrap up. Anyways, guys, thank you very, very much for having us